Hey everyone, it is Ben from Handsome Phantom here at PlayStation Experience 2017. Phil from Handsome Phantom as well, alongside me. We're here in front of the Bravo team booth. It's actually the end of the conference, but this is the first title we checked out when we walked through the door, and we're looking forward to it. Phil, walk us through what Bravo team's all about.
Okay. So right off the bat, you're a two-man team, and you're going through kind of like a time crisis type setting where you're jumping from cover to cover, taking out terrorists, whatever they might call them in the game. You got to work together. You got to communicate. It's a little tricky with all the noise and stuff like that, but it's going to be good. You're going to be talking back and forth. You're hiding behind doors. You're hiding behind cars. And, yeah, it's really just getting from one point to the other. I think at one point the helicopter came down. That's kind of where it all ended. But it looks like it's going to be a VR time crisis type experience.
Yeah, and Time Crisis was, one of my favorite arcade games of all time that I ever played. At the actual arcade, right. Definitely a shooter. It's going to use the aim controller, which seems to maneuver pretty easily, especially once you get the hang of the controls. That was a bit of a struggle for me at first, but I think it's just because I didn't read or listen whenever I started. So it's definitely a good representation of the style of game that we want to see coming for the PSVR. And, one thing that I thought was really interesting was just the way that you could communicate with your teammates and then, acting upon that going forwards.
Yeah, and it's nice to have more games to use with that aim controller. Farpoint just wasn't enough, and now we've got multiple options now. We already looked at a couple others, and now with Bravo Team, you're going to have, just a lot more options, which you have this hardware already and these peripherals, you might as well have something to use them.
Yeah, thanks, Phil. Definitely a great weekend here at the PlayStation Experience in Anaheim. I would encourage anybody who's a PlayStation fan, which you probably are if you're watching this video, to try and make it out. It's a great fan event as well. There's a lot of different opportunities. It's not as crowded as a lot of the other conferences that are out there. But go ahead and make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here right below the video. You're going to really want to see some of the other stuff we have coming out if you haven't already. We've got lots of good interviews and developer interviews and gameplay footage and things like that for this weekend here at PlayStation Experience. And if you check out our Detroit our Detroit video, you'll actually get to see an interview with one of the androids from the game. Yeah, that was a treat.
It was. It's been great. It's been a great weekend.
Thanks, everybody. I'm Ben, and this is Phil, and we're from Handsome Phantom.